In this video, we're looking at perfect squares. Now remember, perfect squares do have a formula when expanding, which you can see on your screen just here. Alright, where one is a positive and one is a negative, and all that changes is whether the middle term is a positive or a negative. So it's important to note that these also can be solved using the quadratic formula or using the product sum method. So for example, we're going to do our x squared minus 8x plus 16. So the first thing we should look at is finding our two terms. And to do that is you're going to square root your first term, which was our x squared. That got us x. And we're going to square root our 16. And that gets us 4. Take note that it's a negative there. So this is going to end up factorizing down into x minus 4 squared. Now again, if you wanted to use the quadratic formula, remember the quadratic formula is x squared plus bx plus c, where x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And what you would do is you'd substitute each of the a, b, c values into the formula, put it in the calculator, and it'll spit out something. In our example, for our x squared minus 8x, it would spit out on the calculator 4. So we know that x equals 4. Now if we were told to factorize this, we would need to go another step and convert this into what our brackets is. So how you could do that is you could go minus 4 minus 4. So x minus 4 would be in brackets, and we know it's a perfect square, so we put a little power of 2 there, which is the same as what we had there. Alright, so again, square root the first, square root the last. That's a shortcut way. To make sure it actually worked out, what we could do then is make sure that if we're saying this is my A and this is my B, I could prove that 2 times A times B, which is that middle term that we had up here, right, this term up here, if we show that, this is going to equal 2 times x times 4, which ends up being 8x, which was our middle term here. So that's just another way to make sure that it is x and 4, and we have the right factorization here. Alright, but again, if you wanted to, you could use the quadratic formula. If you can't remember the quick ways up here to do it, the quadratic formula or the product sum method still work.